Listen, I just got this message to share. If you are ever having a bad day, just know that you could still be the anecdote of somebody's story. Okay? Forget it. Anyways, happy Halloween once again. If you want to know how we got these cards on the table, you can go check out part 1 of the Happy Halloween videos that I've posted. But without further ado, I'm going to continue without explaining it to you. So I have Capricorn, Taurus, and Cancer here. So this is essentially a message for those 3 signs, right? We have the Devil, the Hierophant, and the Chariot. So overall, you know what? I'm just going to say, sometimes being obsessed with something is the only way to get it. And that sounds really fucked up. That doesn't sound like something I would necessarily condone. But I'm seeing the Devil, the Hierophant, and the Chariot. And it's like, that looks pretty good, bro. I intentionally got these, but they actually did come out 3 in a row. Again, watch part 1. It's a cool video. It's 20 minutes. But it is interesting to see that. And the intention was to make this a specific message for these 3 signs. But as I've mentioned before, if it pertains to another part of your chart or someone in your life or anything like that, stick around, watch. Who cares? You can get messages for different aspects of you or your existence around you by tuning in to messages that seem a little outside of what you would think are your own. And then that Grateful Dead song, wake up to find out that you are the eyes of the world. I don't think that came out very good. But very like, that anecdote thing really hit me. But that's very, I feel like that's very applicable for Capricorn, Taurus, and Cancer specifically because they're rather villainous signs, right? And you know what's interesting? I was trying to pull 3 zodiacs, but the bottom of the deck is Scorpio. So I feel like, does Scorpio get the message? Yeah, I feel like you could get the message. It's about to be Scorpio season, so it's also going to be looking ahead. But Scorpio, I feel like you're included in this because what are the chances at the bottom of the deck would be another zodiac card? Again, watch part 1. If you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So this is really going to be a Halloween oracle reading, but I have these 2 daemon cards that I want to pull. We are sort of focused on the financial forecasts of the upcoming month with the daemon cards tonight, just because it's what I decided. Throughout this month, I will be using the daemons a little more generally, which I normally don't do, but it's one time a year for them, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not really intending on using the thought, but we will go into what these cards are. Okay. And keep snapping. What's with that? You know what? Because we're probably getting a little snappy out here, boys. I'm a Taurus, if you didn't already know that. So whatever I'm about to say, homegirl's getting called out too, okay? So we have the Prince of Wands, and I just said I was calling myself out when I say this. But what do we always say about the Prince of Wands, bro? What do we always say about him? Fuckboy status. Yup, he's a little fuckboy. He's kind of just charging forward. He has no plan, no regard for where he's going. Just kind of like, I want to say nonsensical in this moment, but I've never described it like that. Little fuckboy bitch is how I usually describe it. So emotionally inept, right? And especially 3 signs that I thought much better of, especially being feminine with the earth and the water. You'd think that we'd be more nurturing than neglectful, right? I thought we were very emotionally in tune, even like on a personal level. I'm like, I'm so emotionally intelligent. Yeah, well, apparently not. You're getting fucking blasted right now. Okay? No, I hear it. We may be been in a little bit of our fuckboy energy, okay? Not dealing with our emotions very good, so to speak. Not handling things very well, all right? Capricorn, Taurus, Cancer. But, okay, here's the struggle. It's who we are. It is prudence. I mean, that's just who we are as people. Well, fuckboys, I guess. emotionally immature. I don't know, man. That sounds messy, doesn't it? That's exactly it. 10 of Wands. Oppression. If this is who you are, well, let's just say it ain't helping. It is not helping anything. It's not helping your mental state. It's not helping your stress levels. It's not helping your capacity for anything, especially emotionally. Like, even if it's who you are, it's not helping. Okay? And 4 discs power. Let's put it this way. When we become what we need to be rather than what we want to be, we can heal what we are. I hope I can repeat that. When we become what we need to be instead of what we want to be, we can heal what we are. Oh, I love that. I'm saying it one more time. When we are what we need to be instead of what we want to be, we can heal what we are. And what is that, gang? Fuckboy. Manic psycho fuckboy. I know. I know. I hope you all know too. It's alright though. Yeah, and Scorpio's definitely like basically leading the pack on this. Scorpio's like, yeah, I'm not even bothering to be at the meeting, but I represent the company type energy on this. Just want to point that out. I'm also Scorpio rising, so guys, pew pew for me. Anyways, you know, we're gonna get specific messages from Halloween Oracle, but overall, y'all been some fuckboys. Okay. Yikes. Let's see what demons we got. You love when I get to Yan, because I can never say his fucking name. Alright. Yan, Gantz, opened up to it, 10. Focus on finding your way when off the beaten path, but beware of being led astray by distractions. God, I love distractions. I do truly love a good distraction. I love things to occupy so much of my brain space I forget what I'm doing throughout the day. Yes, I love that. Guessing that you all do too. Capricorn, Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio. All femmes too, where it's like, oh boy, you know what I was talking about when it came to, I know I keep using this phrase, and I apologize because it's quite crass, but if you didn't already know that's like who I am as a person, this is just simply the wrong channel. But if you're into it, like, share, subscribe, comment, tell your friends, get a fucking personal reading, buy something. So fuckboy, right? And I even addressed the fact that when I get into that sort of mentality or behavior of like, I recognize that I am existing in a toxic masculinity. And for someone who keeps it fairly balanced, being fairly androgynically fluid, it sounds like a whole thing that it isn't. But, you know, I've always liked having a mix or a balance of that. And it seems like as soon as the weather started to change, as soon as hot girl summer was over, my toxic masculinity just like flipped on almost automatically. So I feel like a lot of us are going through that, where being the feminine maybe did not serve us the way we wanted it to. Maybe we were presenting ourselves as the maternal, or we were overextending and wanting to nourish when we were being depleted. Okay, not really taking care of ourselves and trying to take care of others has left us with a bad taste in our mouth, essentially. That's what I'm getting. I don't know where all this is coming from. That's the whole point, is the channel messages. So I'm just saying, wow, what was I saying? Some high frequency shit. Okay, let's just talk about the Buffonite. I'm going to read this one more time. Focus on finding your way when off the beaten path, but beware of being led astray by distractions. Do you see what just happened? Like, I just got so distracted. It's exactly what this is exactly why we are doing this. Yo, but it's not just me. You know what I'm saying? We got Capricorn and Cancer and Scorpio. So, I know it's not just Taurus is acting a fool out here either. But anyway, Buffonite is the antidote, which is funny. So I was talking about I said antidote earlier, didn't I? I meant antidote. No, I mean antidote now. What's the cure is an antidote, and an anecdote is a story, so I had it right. This is an antidote. Focus on finding worth and beauty in circumstances or items that others may regard as ugly. I live my life that way, so I guess I just gotta keep up the good work, okay? Focus on finding worth and beauty in circumstances or items that others may regard as ugly. Yeah, I'm doing swell in that department. So that was really fun. Let's see what is really going on here. Let's see what channeled messages need to come through for Capricorn, Taurus, Cancer, and Scorpio for Halloween. It is Halloween. It's October. Oh, wow, we got some of the same cards. I'm going to throw it out there now. Hey, you owe me a tip. There was a whole song and dance in the last video, but this is the agreement that me and Miss Lady have come to, that when she shows up, as I was told, she does not work for free, and now you owe me. And that's basically, it's a lot more moving pieces than that, but start with like the whole showing affection for me and focus less about the money, right? Affection was a bit of a strong word, but whatever it's worth, right? Get fucking wild. All right. Chill out. They said we will not chill out. Are you going to talk or what? Okay, so let's start with these. I love October. I love Halloween. I cannot wait for November too. It's so funny. I am one of those people who will cling to every last waking moment of summer and complain about the weather and the sun going down so early, but I actually fucking love this time of year. Okay. Stay clear, steer clear. Anybody who's quit drinking, big congrats to all of us. Whoever is trying to do that, steer clear of your vices, especially when we're seeing the devil out here. I know we are representing the zodiacs, but you never know when addiction could be knocking, okay? We have the lamp, remembrance, and remember that's what I do, so book yourself for a personal reading if there's someone who wants to talk to you, okay? If you're getting that sense, thinking about a loved one a lot lately, of course you are, because this is the time where they all, in a way, are among us, and that makes some people uneasy. That's why the general nature of my work sometimes makes people uneasy, you know what I mean? I'm simply used to it, but if you are interested, getting into it, curious about it, somebody wants to come through for all of you, I'm sure. For everyone's got someone, right? And some of us got people we don't even know. Beyond what you could comprehend as an ancestor, okay? There's just family shit, always. So even if you think you have no connections, I'm sure you do. The lamp, remembrance, okay? So light a candle, reflect on them, think about it. You might even see them in a dream or something. It's always possible. We have Skull of Stars, infinite possibilities. So whatever your mind is open to perceive is what your life will receive, okay? Whatever your mind is open to perceive is what your life will receive. Beautiful. Love it. We have Skeleton, Strength. Shout out to Leo. Stay strong out there. It's not really Leo because this is an oracle deck, not a tarot deck, but point it out anyways. Gotta stay strong. I mean, winter gets deep into the bones, you know, and I always felt very affected. I try to embrace it every year. I'm like, it's not gonna be so bad, not gonna be so bad. But sometimes it's just cold, man. It makes people bitter and sometimes depressed. You really aren't getting the vitamin D that you might need, okay? So make sure you're eating your spinach, your eggs, your fish, whatever you gotta do. Take supplements. Vitamin D is so important, and if you live in a place where you're not getting as much sun in the next few months, then by all means, make sure you're getting it somewhere else, okay? And no, I'm not talking about that. Make sure your bones stay strong. I feel like that's a specific message, like let your bones stay strong, okay? So we have Apple, risk and reward. You know, if you don't take a bite, you'll never know how it tastes. If you don't put yourself out there, you don't know if you'll be rejected and that sort of thing, right? Ghost, regret, but you will regret it if you never taste it, if you never try. And I think it's an age-old adage, if you will. Something I got to remind myself all the time. Even making this video tonight, I'm like, man, why? Well, you know what? Because why not? Go for it. Could help somebody out there, you know? I guess I'm talking to you, right? But anyways, no regrets, okay? Jack-o'-lantern, protection. So this is protection of a more spiritual kind. You see that blue light? Is that just me? I know it's the light in my corner, but it's uncanny how often you don't see it. So when I say protection and we see this little blue orb, I'm going to go ahead and say, yes, there are people on the... Look at that when it goes in the jack-o'-lantern. It disappears. Okay. Why won't it reflect on the yellow, but it'll reflect on the orange? I mean, you got to admit that's a little uncanny, no? Huh? 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 Oh, Superman. My first favorite Gemini musician, probably. Oh, Josh. Oh, Mom and Dad. So, jack-o'-lantern, divinely protected. Mom and Dad. I gotta listen to that when I'm done. Oof, it's Laurie Anderson season. I'm just so excited and obviously easily distracted tonight, but I hope that y'all are on the same energy with me, right? We have the veil again, which is the future. And the veil right now is thin. And that's why you might be feeling like you can hear your guardian angels, or you're like seeing things out of the corner of your eye, but it doesn't feel malicious or ominous in any way. It's kind of a delight. And you're just like, what's that about? That's amore. No, that's actually just this time of year. This is why it's so exciting and spooky. And it's all fun and games until somebody says, hey, Day of the Dead approaching. Acceptance and equality, but also tip me. And trick or treat, mischief and play. Try to have fun with it because it can get a little freaky. That's interesting that this was such a specific message. And I feel like when we were talking about the actual Thoth tarot cards, it felt very personal and introspective and serious. But then when we moved to the Halloween oracle, it seemed a bit more spiritual, did it not? But that's sort of what happens around this time of year. Things start coming in a little more clearly. You might be getting these random ideas, thoughts, or notions in your head that you want to act upon. And I would say do it. I would say do it. You know, I think this is no time to hold back just because we're trying to relax and stay in the house, you know. Perfect time to strike up a conversation with someone. The holidays are such a good time to reunite and come back together, no? So try to tie up your loose ends, especially if you are enjoying a bountiful harvest season as we are in now. If you're seeing great results for the things that you set out to have back in the spring, then, you know, it's a great time to do the same for your relationships, okay? Get back some of that feminine nurturing energy, okay? We're not talking genders. We're not talking, you know, we're talking on a spiritual level. There are different, you know, energies, okay? And these are just counterparts. It's not really about man and woman. It's just about counterparting. And at this point, our masculine is just a fuckboy and our feminine is basically a mother. And those are very drastic difference, okay? And again, we're talking Cancer, Taurus, Capricorn, Scorpio specifically. But if you're watching this for any of your placements or anyone in your life, just know that this is the narrative, okay? So when we are trying to address and heal our unevolved masculine, we need to pull from that overworking feminine to try to heal the person that we've been. Because again, not serving us, right? So what are these two? I want to know what these are. Scorpio again. Death and winter. Wow, it's pretty much the same thing. The eternal cycle begins here, and the sacredness of pausing. So again, time to take a little break, take a reset, time to go within and heal from some of these things. Look, the underworld was just face up in the deck for whatever reason. You can rewind the tape if you don't believe it. Where all things pause and begin again. Yeah. So it's time to just sit back. For some reason just now I was like, oof, popcorn sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah, well, I think that says a lot. Sit back and enjoy the popcorn. Scrying intuition. So it's almost like, it's like you can see, and of course I don't want to inflate anybody's ego, but it's almost like you can see what's going on, either with someone else in a situation. It could be going on in front of you, behind your back. But this is just, I mean, this message is basically coming through as just sit back and watch the show. Just sit back and watch it unfold. Watch it happen. Who cares, you know? Devil. Moonwalker. Devil. Night song, can tell, and see singing and whatnot. But yeah, it's time to wash your hands of these things. Remove yourself. Sit back and watch the show. Let it unfold. I'm telling you. It's not that anybody is going to go through utter catastrophe, or I'm saying that people will be serving karma around you. But again, it's just like there's nothing more that you can do for whatever the situation is, which we didn't even address any particular situation or anything like that. So it's interesting that that's sort of like the final message that's coming through here, is to just sit back and eat your popcorn. Enjoy the shit, because it is all happening. It's all happening for you. So again, I don't know if somebody is serving karma for something that they've done, or if it's time for you to receive some blessings and your hard work is finally paying off and you're able to take a break. But either way, you got to just step back. And I almost want to say take a seat, not avoid the spotlight, but just not avoid or share, but just see who else is there. Okay, so it's time to observe, watch, stuff like that. So it's not, I would say not so bad. Capricorn, Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio, a little bit of Leo. It's not so bad. Not so bad. I think that's what I got. Little confusing, little all over the place, but that's just kind of that was the whole point of the message, I think, is that we're trying to like zone back in, tune in, turn on, drop out, or whatever the fuck whoever said that. Leary, don't care. Anyways, that's gonna be it. I think I'm gonna pull out the pendulum and the triangle for one more part 3 video if you want to tune into that. If not, it's been great. Happy Halloween. Happy October. And have a great night, Queens.